Welcome back to my channel. It is Les here from The Balanced Berry, and today we're going to talk about one of the questions that I get asked most often, and that is, how do you stay motivated to work out? I have so many people reach out to me, usually on Instagram or on my blog, basically saying, I like to work out and I know that I should be working out, but I just can't get myself motivated. So I'm going to give you some helpful tips that you can follow to stay motivated to work out. And these tips are basically what has helped me work out consistently for the last 7+ years. So tip number one is to throw the idea of motivation out the window. Essentially, you don't need motivation. I, even as a personal trainer, even as someone who's been exercising consistently for years, am actually not that motivated to work out. I'm not motivated. It's not that I'm motivated to work out. It's that working out has become a habit. I have built the habit of working out over the years, so it's really easy to build in my routine. So tip number one is to understand that you're not lacking motivation. Motivation isn't what you need. Building the habit of exercise is what you need. So you might be wondering, okay, Les, how do I build a habit? That's what we're going to talk about. So the people who are most consistent with exercise are able to do it, again, not because they're motivated, but because they've built a habit around it. So in order to build a habit, you need a couple of things. You need repetitive action. That means you need to do something enough times over and over so that it becomes second nature. And two, you need triggers to remind you to do that action. All right, so what does that look like? First of all, let's determine what habit you want to implement. That would be the habit of working out consistently. Let's say you want to work out in the morning before school or before work twice a week, 2 days a week. You decide that you want to work out in the morning. That is the habit that you want to develop. So if you're going to make it a habit, you need triggers put in place to remind you to do that behavior. Basically, those reminders or those triggers are to keep you accountable. So what can a trigger look like to keep you motivated? A trigger could be anything from maybe packing your gym bag the night before so that when you wake up in the morning and you see your gym bag sitting there, you're automatically triggered to get up and to go do that workout. Or another one could be maybe having your water bottle refilled the night before so that when you go to the fridge in the morning, you open it up and you see your water bottle filled there, it triggers you of, oh yeah, that's my workout water bottle. I'm going to go work out now. Again, it's like that reminder and it's that accountability piece so that you're able to repeat the action. So it's not necessarily that you're motivated, but it's that you have these triggers put in place to remind you or to keep you accountable to reach your goal. So that's tip number one, is to focus less on motivation and to focus more on building a habit. Tip number two is to understand what your roadblocks are. So we all have different excuses for things. We all have different excuses that we like to, let stop us when it comes to working out, when it comes to being healthy. And it's really important that you are honest with yourself to really understand what those excuses are for you. So do you use, I just can't get out of bed in the morning as an excuse, or I don't have enough time as an excuse? Whatever that excuse is, I'm not trying to shame you or make you feel bad about it, but I want you to take a step back and to, instead of seeing that excuse as an obstacle that prevents you from working out, I want you to view it as a problem that needs to be solved. So I want you to take your making excuses hat off and I want you to put your problem solving hat on. So if you say, I don't have enough time to work out and that's why I'm not motivated, because I don't have enough time, because I'm so tired at the end of the day. Okay, so let's take that excuse and let's apply a problem-solving approach to it. So if after a long day at work or a long day at school, you're too tired to work out and that is your excuse, you lack motivation, you're too tired, you just want to go home and veg out and watch TV. What is a way that you could solve that problem? Maybe what you could do is you could have exercise equipment at your house that is set up near where you watch TV. So you come home and you turn on your favorite show, but you do some exercises right in your own living room while you're watching your favorite show, right? So then you're kind of solving that problem of, okay, I just want to go home and watch TV, but I know I still need to get my workout in. You're kind of getting best of both worlds. And again, having that exercise equipment right there could be that trigger, like we talked about before, that's going to trigger the behavior. Or maybe your other excuse is something like, I don't know what to do. I go to the gym and I feel lost and I feel intimidated, so I think, why bother? I'm not motivated enough to figure it out. If that is the case, then there's so many resources to help you map out what you could do for your workout. Even if it's doing some of my workouts that I share here on YouTube or on my blog or one of my online programs, or there's millions of workouts out there. What you should do is have that planned in advance so that by the time you get to the gym or by the time you get your workout clothes on and you're ready to work out, even if it's at home, you should know exactly what it is that you're going to be doing. You should have that workout picked and planned ahead of time so that the excuse of, well, I don't know what to do isn't valid. You do know what to do. It's planned, it's on your phone, you pulled up the video or you have it written down and you have it ready to go, all right? So let's recap really quick. Tip number 1 was to throw the idea of motivation out the window and to focus on building a habit. So determine what habit you want to build and identify triggers that's going to help you build that habit. Tip number 2 was to turn your excuses into problems and then apply a problem-solving approach to help you get past it. So whatever your main roadblock or excuse is when it comes to lacking exercise, I want you to put your problem-solving hat on and approach it as a problem that needs to be solved. So I want you to find a solution for that excuse or for that problem. And tip number 3 is to find external accountability. External accountability is huge. It can be really, really hard to stay accountable to do something by yourself. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gretchen Rubin. She has this book about creating habits, and there's the 4 tendencies, and most people are essentially motivated by external accountability, right? So I think, what are the 4 types? Trying to remember. You can be an upholder. If you're an upholder, then you are motivated by internal accountability. Or you can be an obliger, and obligers are motivated by external accountability. And I want to say something like 50% of people are obligers. So they need external accountability to keep them motivated. So if you are one of those people, you need to have some external accountability. Maybe you have a buddy that you do a workout challenge with that you can check in with. Or maybe you join a community where you're supposed to check in each day and people will be looking for you if you don't check in. Or maybe you sign up for a workout class with a friend and you know that if you skip it, you would be standing up your friend. So wanting to meet up with your friend is what's going to keep you accountable. Or maybe you work with a trainer or a coach who's going to send you reminders and keep you accountable. Like me, like your girl. I'll have a link below with some of my coaching options if you want me to be the one keeping you accountable. Find a source of external accountability, because even for someone like me, when I read Gretchen's book and I took her quiz, I was an upholder, but even I still sometimes need external accountability, and usually for me that comes in the way of wanting to make sure that I'm being a good example for my clients, or if I want to skip a workout, but I remember, man, I haven't posted a workout to Instagram in a while, I should do one so that I'm accountable to my followers. Like, external accountability helps everyone. So get someone to be accountable with, either a coach or a buddy or a friend or someone who you wouldn't want to stand up. Because oftentimes for us, it's a lot easier to let ourselves down than it is to let someone else down. And while exercise and fitness should really be about taking care of you, in the beginning when you're just getting started or when you're stuck in a rut and you need to get going, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And if being accountable to someone outside of yourself is what's going to get you there, no shame in that game. Do what you got to do, get a buddy, get a coach, get someone who's going to check in on you and be like, hey, are you doing what you said you were going to do? So you're going to be way more likely to stick with it. Tip number 4 is to make sure that you have a goal that you're trying to reach. So if you're working out for the sake of just working out, that's great if you're one of those people who loves fitness and who loves to work out all the time. There are very few people who are like that, honestly. And oftentimes having some sort of goal that you want to reach, whether you want to beat a new 5K time, or you want to be able to do push-ups on your toes, or you have an event that you're training for, have something that is you're looking forward to it, right? Like you're looking forward to being able to do something, or you're looking forward to being able to wear something, or you're looking forward to feeling amazing for a specific event that is farther out, so that you can use that goal again as that external accountability. So making sure that you're constantly setting new goals for yourself, and then as you reach them, setting more goals for yourself is super, super important. How many times have we all set a goal for ourselves and then we reach it and then we let our fitness fall by the wayside? I mean, I know I have, and I know so many of my clients have. So once you reach a goal, that's when it's time to set a new one. Always have something that you're working towards. And tip number 5 is to focus on exercise that you actually enjoy. So working out is not always fun. It doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it is going to be hard and it's going to be challenging, but don't force yourself to do workouts that you outright hate, because if you're forcing yourself to do something you hate, you are going to be so much more likely to skip it. So for a personal example, when I first started getting into working out, I started off with running. I started running 5Ks. I started just running around the track, running around the treadmill, because I thought that that's what you needed to do to be healthy. And after a while, I started getting really burnt out and I got really sick of running. Personally, I just don't really enjoy it that much. And after forcing myself to run for so long, I was finding myself skipping it because I thought, I don't like it, I don't want to do it, but that's what I need to do to be healthy. Think about what types of exercise you actually enjoy and things that you would actually look forward to doing. So if you love to dance, sign up for a dance fitness class or do barre. If you love running, some people do. Again, it's not for me, but some people do. If you got a little Forrest Gump in you, sign up for a run club or a race so that you look forward to training. If you're like me and you love strength training, stop forcing yourself to run and go do that strength training that you really love. Again, the most important thing is that you're consistent and that you're doing something you actually enjoy. You're going to be far less likely to skip it or to feel unmotivated if you're doing something you actually like. All right, and those are my 5 tips for how to stay motivated to work out for the long haul. Those are all things that have really helped me on my fitness journey and have helped countless clients that I've worked with be way more consistent with their workouts and get in their best shape. So if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I would be so happy to post more of them. This is kind of the first type of video that I've done like this, but I would love to post more if this is helpful for you guys and if that's what you like. Also, leave a comment down below with ways that you stay motivated to exercise and maybe some requests for the next video of topics you would like to see. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.